I can finally make this for persnickety. And I guess just to have it for anybody who wants to know what my roster is like. I think the last time I talked anything about my roster was pre-Brelshaza. Okay. Roster video for tier 4. What has been made since the game started? Starting with the Bard as the main and going from there. Just hit 1648 on Bard. Finishing up the last bit of advanced honing, getting the last couple pieces to plus 20. Going to need the first week of tier 4 to fully get to that. I'll be somewhere a little bit over 1670 right after transfer. Just your normal Bard build. I have multiple setups for vital point hit and drops and other stuff depending on who I'm playing with. I've got spec build, stuff like that. Free to play budget gems. It is what it is. Support main. This is the main for tier 4. Has been the main the whole time anyway. We'll move to the Slayer next. Go through every character a little bit, and then I'll talk about what I'm actually planning to do with them once we get to tier 4. 1632 Slayer, where we're stopping before we move to tier 4. Finished advanced honing on this character. Full 7s across the board. Weapons finished. Your average Punisher Slayer. Nothing fancy. I just have all 9s on this character. I have the 24 weapon. That was my one stroke of luck. This character free tapped their weapon all the way from 18 to 24. It gets to have a nice glow for tier 4. This is my main DPS for tier 4. Move on to my Scrapper next. It was 50-50 between Scrapper and Slayer, which one got to go 1630 and beyond first. Didn't end up getting the gold and mats in time to get my Scrapper up there as well. 1621. Did like 1 or 2 advanced zones on it. It's got like 3 pieces level 7, weapon level 6. I'll finish its weapon level 7 soon. Just a tie Scrapper. Got some 9 gems, some 8 gems. It is what it is. This character is super fucking fun. I'm very excited for this fucking class of tier 4. It's gonna be so good. This character will probably always be top 3 for me. This character and Slayer will be the first ones. The ones I'm trying to also get 1660 while getting 1680 on the Bard. Then we move to the lower half of the roster. The characters that are a little bit more ignored or put on back burner. As you can probably see on my shards in the last 2 characters, I haven't owned them in a while. Aeromancer has no transcendence completed on this character. I literally just bring it along to parties to be a crit sin, but the class is still super fun. I play Wind Fury, have a bit of a different build. I have Curse Stall because of bad rock RNG, but I'll be changing that in tier 4 of course, when we have the ability to use a different rock and not pay a huge gold cost. Just have some event gems, a 9 gem and some 8s everywhere. Still really enjoy playing this class, it just didn't get as much attention as the Scrapper. It'll be instantly 1640 with tier 4 gear. It'll farm for a bit and chill before it goes to 1660 itself. It'll sit at 1640, get its transcendence completed. And we've got my Stork replacement, aka the Soul Eater. Just 1620, just an event character. Currently playing Full Moon. That was just because, as far as we know, the only good build in tier 4 for Soul Eater was Full Moon. So I just got started playing that, but I do have a full Night's Edge build as well. I have gems for Night's Edge, but I'm just using event stuff for Full Moon at the moment. Yeah, I have some weapon transcendence done. 2 pieces level 7 on the armor. This is another character that will probably take priority over the arrow going to 1660, but it will definitely be camping 1640 and just farming materials to go 1660. Although it's probably the class I'm looking really forward to playing this class at tier 4. Probably more than I am arrow as well. Soul Eater is super fun and it just looks so good in tier 4. Can't not have one of these. Also, assassins are hot, so you got that going for it too. This purple is win. And then we've got the full rat. My 6th slot on my roster is forever, like forever changing. I can never decide what's going to be the 6th character. It's just, I don't know. Too much stuff changes all the time. When you're trying to not extend your slot to 7, the 6th character slot becomes very volatile, at least in my time playing this game. I just played Demonic Shadowhunter. Free standard build. Just using event gems right now. I had 9s on it, but I took them off of it to get gold for advanced honing on main and Slayer, and it just didn't get them back. It'll get them back in tier 4 at some point, because of course it only needs 2 gems. But it's this character, the Aeromancer, that are up for being switched with something from the Ignite server. It just has all level 3 transcendence. This character's never even done Behemoth right now. I didn't want to bother trying to put it through a Behemoth lobby. Just be free to clear it anyway once the patch hits and we're doing Behemoth in actual tier 4 gear. But this character's super fun. It's just mindless. You just push buttons and damage happens. And of course in tier 4 it gets the super cool X ability. And ST skill looks great too. These are my 6 characters I'm planning on playing in tier 4 as gold earners. We have one character that was ditched to 1620 that's going to get 1640, but is just going to be there to farm mats. That is Sork. I really need to show it. It's just an Igniter Sork. We have DB and Soulfist, which we left at 1610. And I was hoping that there would be some overall like generic nerfs to the 1610 1620 range, because it's absolutely brutal to hone 1610 to 1620, and I just didn't think the cost was worth it for these last two characters right now. Maybe a couple weeks into tier 4, if tier 3 stuff has gone down, we might send these 1620 to generate more mats at some point, but we might not also, because the Ignite server will be giving us another 1620. One of these will probably hit 1620 eventually to generate more mats, because then it'll go 1640 and yeah, be doing tier 4 stuff. It'll probably be the Soul Fist. It's a generic overview of what we got going on. Sometimes people ask what builds I'm running, what my characters look like, and since we don't have API or anything, it's hard to link a build. So there you go, people can reference this. I don't plan on changing any of these characters' builds in tier 4. I'll still be playing the same engraving or style. But for generic, like going forward in tier 4, my Shadowhunter and Arrow are for sure camping 1640. No chance of them getting normal gear anytime soon. They're going to be building mats for forever, because they also need to finish Transcendence. Soul Eater plan is to build mats for just a little while and then push it 1660 as the 4th character that'll get 1660 and be doing A gear stuff. My plan is to get Scrapper and Slayer to 1660 at around the same time and to finish my Transcendence on Scrapper while doing that. And obviously the main goal is in the 2 weeks after tier 4 hits, going from 1670 to 1680 for a gear hard mode on the Bard. But I pretty much think that tier 4 will still have the same roster and same roster order for priority. I'm going to be keeping Bard as the main, with Slayer and Scrapper as the next 2 priority DPS, and then the other 3 spots, it'll be Soul Eater after that, and then the last 2 or 3 characters that are played, they're just gonna be whatever, just played because the game's fun to play. That's how it's looking, dude. 2 years long fucking journey. How long has it been? 2.5 years? More than, like, yeah, 2.5 years building this roster and constantly changing characters in and out. I guess also throw in here, we'll mention that the plan for Ignite server, which we'll be streaming tomorrow probably, most likely, is probably a Gunslinger or an Arcana. I've had both in my roster. They're sitting back here somewhere. They're back here in places. Probably going to make one of them. They look pretty fun in tier 4. I'm probably not going to play the character as a gold earner. It's probably just going to exist as another character to generate mats. But that's basically it for my roster video. Not that juiced, but I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully these characters are super solid. I think everything I have here is going to be fun to play in tier 4. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is Slayer, because people say it's a little bit underwhelming. But I just like Slayer because I like Slayer. So we'll see how it goes. Remember to like and subscribe. Thumbs up, smash bell, wave in the comments, who knows.